Hello and welcome to the 206th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
Jordan!
Yeah.
Jordan!
Yeah.
Make sure, right? Get this, we never do this. Remind the people where we put this thing.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, which is now YouTube Music, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Apple Podcasts, I think I might have said. You also have
I think
Instagram.
you missed Breaker.
Oh, Breaker, Radio Public, of
Radio
course.
Public, oh fuck,
Oh,
dude,
all our Radio
fuck.
Public listeners. I don't know what Radio Public is.
I don't even know what the fuck Radio Public
I know
is.
Breaker. I don't know.
I have not met a soul who uses Radio Public.
Could you imagine if Radio Public is actually a frequency? So someone in like Tallahassee is just, what the hell are these guys talking about?
I like them boys, it's funny.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Someone in the backcountry of West Virginia. It's like,
as always, Instagram, TED Talk, you can find us there. Haven't posted much there, but you can see us there and reach out to us there.
Yeah,
and
sure.
email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. Yeah.
Yep.
We're here. We're back.
We're here. We're back. It was, Jordan, happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you too, Chris.
Dude, it was our birthday. We're the 69 boys.
69,
July
boys.
6th, July 9th.
Yeah.
So I'm what are we, 3 days older?
I usually do this.
What are we, 3 days older than this little baby over here?
I think we've talked about it before, but I love the story of the first time we went to the liquor store on a road trip, and we both hand our ID to the cashier, and she just goes, "Huh, the 6th and the 9th. You guys have close birthdays," and we're just like, "Uh-huh."
Or when she asked me the date of my birth, and I was like, I've never been asked a question. It was like my third time ever at a liquor store. I'd never been asked a question before. So I handed her my ID, and she was like, "Oh, so what's the date of birth on here?" And I was like, "Oh, July 6th, 01."
I nailed my QTE because she said, "How old are you?" I was like, 21. And I was like, yes.
It was 9 plus 10.
I was like, I got it. And then you were like, you failed the first QTE, but got the second one.
It was like, I rolled a nat 1 on that one. I fucked up hard.
That one was just you shitting and pissing yourself on the spot.
My brain falls out of my ear.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was funny. Yeah, birthdays are 3 days apart. We had to spend your birthday, technically, together because I was here past midnight. The night that we all hung out for the 4th of July on the 5th.
True. On the 5th, I had a little birthday party, a little shindig.
Yeah, I was here till like fucking 3 a.m. That is the latest I've ever been here.
I don't think I got into bed until like 4 a.m.
We fell asleep at 4:30 and woke up at 8. I was miserable.
You know, what I'll say is, over my birthday, I was like, well, it's my birthday weekend. I'll have some fun. Because I haven't been drinking because like I'm trying to lose weight and whatever. And also, like, well, it's just healthier for you to not drink.
Believe it or not.
To drink. So, I hadn't had, like, anything to drink, like, for a few months beforehand. And then I drank over the birthday weekend. And I was like, you know what I really don't fucking miss?
What?
How you feel the day after you drink.
Yeah, when you do some fairly heavy drinking, yeah.
I was like, oh, my God, I feel awful.
It's
Because
like,
now I've gotten into the routine of just like, I can wake up and I'm just like, I'm there. Yeah. I don't have to be like, oh no.
Yeah, you don't have to cold start.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fair. The thing with that is I never can tell if after a night of drinking, if I wake up feeling like I'm at really low frame rates or really high frame rates. It's usually like somewhere back and forth where like 1 minute I'm like, oh, everything's so slow, and the next I'm like, I can't keep up. Everything's so quick. So it's just weird.
Yeah, that's something I don't miss. But I indulged in all my favorite activities. I had all my friends over, and then I had some drinks. We had some fireworks. We had some bergs and dogs.
Yeah.
We had there was a cake, and that cake made me feel ill.
Wasn't it bright blue?
Yeah.
That's why.
It was bright blue cake, and I hadn't had that much sweet shit in a long time.
Yeah.
So like I ate it, I'm like, oh my tummy, it hurts.
Yeah, actually, funny enough, Lexi, who's obviously been dieting for a long time, hasn't eaten like that in a while, and she was up at 5 a.m. puking after we got home. So
I see.
She was up all day. She went to bed at like 7:30.
See, I didn't puke. I only felt like I was gonna puke.
Yeah, she was. I don't know if she ever actually fully puked, but I just know that she crushed a bunch of Pepto-Bismol.
That's fair.
So.
And then the day after was actually my actual birthday.
Yep.
I got myself a birthday present, which is a Raising Cane's Caniac combo. Because I mean, you might as well do it big, right?
That's so fucking good. Oh, I love Raising Cane's.
I love, and I just like, I was like drinking cane sauce. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I need that shit by the barrel.
But
give me a keg.
Afterwards, I was like, God damn, I can't believe I used to do this like every weekend. Yeah. This, I feel terrible.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I'm gonna spend the next 3 days shitting liquid. Like, I feel awful.
Like a fire hose.
It's like it's just alcohol and fried food, and then it was a system shock. My guts weren't used to it anymore. Because when you're used to it, you just like process it a lot better. Yeah. Now you haven't had any. You're like, whoa, this is not chicken breast and rice and broccoli. You need to like fucking relax.
Yeah, cool it, bro. You got seasoning on this.
Cool it. Is that a sauce made entirely of mayonnaise? You need to not eat that.
Injecto Riro.
Send all water directly to the bowel system. We need to evacuate immediately.
There's a pathogen inside. Flood the bowels.
Open the floodgates.
Essentially. Yeah.
So that was fun.
That was fun.
You know, little birthday shindig.
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun for your birthday?
Yeah, I did two things. So on my actual birthday, I went with my family not my family. I went with Letzi to a Portuguese food place. That was pretty good.
I mean, in a manner of speaking, she's kind of your family, right?
She is.
She is your fiancé.
I did do another thing with a bunch of people.
I see.
But we went to Portuguese food. That was really good, really nice. And then we went to a arcade actually in the town that the food place was in. It's pretty cool. A little bit underwhelming, but like
was it like an arcade or was it like a barcade? Was it like
it was more like a barcade, yeah.
Okay. So a barcade is a lot of fun. And I think you've been to one with us.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you were there or not. I forget.
Yeah, we had drunk.
I drank a lot that night too.
We've gone to that one. I don't remember if it was with you guys.
Okay, but that one is awesome. You pay especially now,
like $11.
I feel like I would enjoy it way more because you pay a cover fee to get in, and they make up all their money on drinks. It's all the games it's unlimited. You can play them
unlimited
for free. It's
games,
not like
yeah.
And they're all like retro like game cabinets and stuff. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I don't drink anymore, so like I would go in. I would honestly be totally down to go again, just let's go hang out, play some games, unlimited games, but no more games.
Yeah. Yeah, that place is cool though. But it's similar to that, where you don't pay a fee at the door, but you have to pay for the games. But it's a arcade like that, but you're paying for both, unfortunately.
I see.
So that was cool. That was neat.
Oh, I also blew through like a lot of my good cigars.
That night?
One on that night, one the night before. So
blow your load.
On the actual party night, like when everyone was getting there. So it was basically what happened was like, I think like our buddy Scott showed up first, and then Alex showed up like kind of shortly after him, and he showed up wielding a cigar. So like he had one in his hand already, and he was like, "All right, I guess we're doing this." So he just starts smoking a cigar, and my dad was around the fire with us, so we were just talking, all of us, and I was like, "Oh, when in Rome." So I went and I got down. This is for anyone who knows ball, right? I went down. I got a little Arturo Fuente Hemingway short story, a little cigar, tiny little guy,
little chode.
But it's like it's a decent smoke for like what it is. Yeah. It's a little short guy, so I had that, which is like a halfway decent cigar. And then later in the night, when we were all around the table just bullshitting, I went and I got I had a Liga Privada number 9, which is like a really decent cigar. It's like I had one like recently before that, and it's definitely like the best cigar I've had in a while.
Is that the one that's like $40 a cigar?
It was like I think it was like $20.
Oh, okay.
But the night before that, I actually had another Liga Privada. It was a Liga Privada Flying Pig, little like chode sized one, but it's so densely wrapped, and that was like a fantastic smoke. So that was that's kind of also what I did. I burned through a lot of good cigars. But I have so many fucking cigars that, like...
Gotta get through them.
Yeah, it's like, because I don't... And because of, like, all the hullabaloo that's going on at my house recently, it's like... We've just been littered with construction equipment for, like...
There's so much construction.
The past few weeks. Or the past few months. So I haven't been able to, like, get outside a lot to smoke cigars. So I have just, like, a buildup of them. I have, like, a ton of them. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, I still have, like... And it's, you know, I'm almost down to 1 layer on the humidor now, but that's still like 15 cigars. Like,
that's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, that's so many. And I'm now looking into buying more. So like, whatever. Point is, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up treating myself a lot. I feel like I didn't go as balls to the wall as I have in the past, but I'm getting older now. Old now. And I think what has definitely been cemented in my head, is that, like, man, I don't want to drink and party like that very often, because, like, definitely when we go, like, on our trip, like, yeah, sure, whatever, but, like, man, it slows you down a lot.
Well, the problem I have with, like, heavy drinking like that, other than the obvious fact that, like, you're just fucking consuming poison the whole time, and, you know, it doesn't take me a lot. I can have 3 beers back-to-back and quit succession. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good. But I just feel like it takes me a little bit out of the moment. So, like, in the moment, I'm kind of like, this is awesome. This is so great. But then in retrospect, I'm like, man, I kind of missed some time with my friends because I was just flopping around and fucking lollygagging, you know?
So I don't flop around, but I definitely turn into, like, I definitely turn into...
You get very showman-y.
I give enlightened platitudes to anyone in earshot. I do get very showman-y. I do...
Chris gets his stage hat.
What happens is, like, my charisma stat gets boosted by a lot.
Dexterity also weirdly seems to get boosted, which is bizarre to me.
You'd be surprised. Well, it's because I have to put so much focus into it that it ends up being better than, like, I would normally not put focus.
Now you're thinking about it, yeah. That's fair.
So I already have, like, a mode that I get into if I'm in a group of people where, like, there's some days where I'm on it and some days where I'm not. But, like, if I'm in a group, I have what I call internally, I have my, like, stand-up comedian mode, where, like, I don't know, I can just, like, dish out jokes and stuff really easily. But that just comes way easier if I'm drinking, and it's way more over the top.
I was gonna say, and
I said I don't get like angry or stumbly. I just get, like, loud if I'm drinking.
Yeah.
So I imbibed a bit. I had some fancy bourbon that I wanted to crack into. I had some barrel dovetail, and that was nice.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of that, and then because I didn't want to go too crazy because we had fireworks, so I was like, I'm gonna do the firework thing first.
Yeah.
And then I'll do that, and then I drank
good order of operations there.
And I drank a lot of Bullet Rye. So
yeah,
I had a lot of Bullet Rye, and that was that.
Yeah. Yeah, that night I think I only really had, like, 2 Bud Lights.
The next day I was like, man, I feel fucking terrible.
Yeah, it does that to you.
I feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So, take it as you will. But yeah, it's just cemented, like, man, I could do that maybe twice a year. Like, I can't do that very often.
I recently went back to our Monterey video, the podcast specifically, and I listened to, like, parts of that podcast, like, specifically the second one where we were, like, or at least I was getting really drunk and Alex was drunk. I think you were fairly drunk in that for the most part. And I just looked at that, I was like, how did I do that? Like, because now I'm in the same boat where I'm kind of like, man, like, the idea of getting very drunk is not nearly as appealing as it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Like being you actually notice very well, and I don't know if this is experienced to anyone else, but, like, you notice your age way more in terms of, like, hangovers. Like,
exponentially.
It sneaks up on you real quick. So, like, 21, it was like you bounce back. I think to our main video that will never see the light of day. But what happened was, in Maine, Jordan and I got, like, blackout drunk. We were so fucked up.
Like, we couldn't figure out how to plug in a PS3. Drunk.
I was like we were trying to play COD Zombies, and I was like holding the controller like upside down. Like
Not even joking, by the way. Like literally at one point he grabbed it upside down.
Or there was a point where like we were playing, and I was just standing still because I think I was just watching Jordan play.
He was watching a Let's Play. Yeah, and then he was like, I don't know why I'm not moving. I'm like, I'm moving. Yeah, that was bad.
So, and after that, mind you, we got like 5 hours of sleep.
And then
we were just up. We were on it.
Yeah, we were content creating
It was
mode.
like the next day, I have footage like right after we got up, and we're like, man, it's early. And
All right, let's go.
And then we got breakfast, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I just like that bounce back from 21 to 24 is like that bounce back comes way down. You can't bounce back anymore like that.
Yeah, no, not like that.
So, I think, it's part of like learning your age, right?
Yeah, understanding you're getting old.
So like I can appreciate a fine bourbon here and there or whatever, but like in terms of drinking like I used to, I think the days are behind me.
Yeah, see, I'm like, it's weird because you would never think this with, I guess, like my character or like who I am, but like, just give me a beer. Like in most social settings, like I'm the dad mode. I'm like, just give me a Corona, give me like even like a IPA. Like I can fuck with some IPAs. There's a lot of shitty ones.
Well, if I'm at a bar, I have two things that I'll order. I'll get an old fashioned, which is typical. I'll get an old fashioned, or I'll get a Moscow Mule, and those are like my litmus test because those are really hard to fuck up.
Yeah. So if they fuck up, you know.
So I'm like, okay, that's bullshit. If they, I'm getting bullshit drinks here if they fuck this up. But like that's kind of my barometer. Like same thing. I'm just like an old man.
Yeah.
I drink an old fashioned and smoke cigars.
Yeah. Like there was a good amount of liquor there that night, and I literally had 2 Bud Lights, and I don't even particularly like Bud Light as a beer.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, blue beer, let's get it.
I think I had a Bud Light and a Modelo. Those were the only beers I had.
I didn't even know we had Modelo. What a shit ass.
I was like, but Bud Light is not good.
It's really not.
That is not a good drink.
I remember the coming of Christ I had when we went to that burger place with everybody, and the lady, we all asked her, what is a Michelob Ultra? And she was like, I'll get you one. And me, and I think Alex and our other engineering friend, who I don't know if we've ever name dropped, so I won't, was there, and we all had one. We were like,
it's a very bright beer. And I'll say that too of Sam Adams Summer.
Yes.
That's a very bright drink. It's a fantastic. Like I'm not a beer guy. I don't like beer that much. It's a great beer. It's like a very enjoyable experience to drink that specific beer.
I think right now, off the top of my head, my top 3 like hierarchy for it goes Miller High Life, Michelob, which they're like neck and neck. Like it could sway. If I drank one now, I'll favor that one over the other for a little bit. So those are the first 2. And then my third one is probably somewhere around that like Sam Summer, essentially.
Yeah, that's definitely top. It's definitely like a top 3 for me. And then like I would say top 1 spot, like the top spot is like I'll put Corona and Modelo in the same spot.
I forgot about Coors. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm sorry.
Coors is nice because it's drinkable.
Coors has to push Sam Summer. It's my third.
But I think like if Coors is at the function, I'll have some Coors. But like I'm not gonna go out of my way.
See, I have good memories of Coors with me and Bud Light Boy, where in our last trip, we were playing football. It was hot out. No one had water for some reason. There was just no water in the premises. So we broke open a fucking case of Coors, and we drank like 4 of them.
That was the day we ran out of Diet Pepsi. So I started just replacing it with Coors.
Yeah.
And what happened was, that's why I know like drinking beer is a fucking exercise in futility for me. I think I had 10 beers.
I believe it was 10. You drank almost the whole case.
I was like, I'm not even tipsy. What is going on?
Yeah. And then you drank them fast, by the way. This wasn't over the span of the whole day. This is like a 3-hour period.
This is like a couple hours or a few hours.
Yeah.
Because it was just like we had some time in the afternoon between like, afternoon time, whatever we did before that, and making dinner.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just fucking, this is ridiculous. All I'm doing is like, I feel like the slightest bit of a buzz, and I'm just like pissing every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it's an exercise. I think all beer, frankly, is an exercise in futility, unless you get like some IPAs, and then it's an exercise in like,
Don't puke.
I mean, I just drink liquor because it like honestly at that point,
Yeah.
so give me fucking bottom shelf blended whiskey for this instead of this, and it will be way more drinkable.
Yeah, I will say I had an IPA that night at the arcade, and I've had a lot of different IPAs, and I'm usually a fan of just like try something different. And I asked the bartender, because they had all fancy names but no descriptions about what it was. It was like the retro IPA. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, what's like the lightest, brightest IPA you have here? I don't really like a dark IPA. Like, what's the best light one you have? And he suggested to me it was some seashell something or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. I drank that. First sip, I was like, not my favorite IPA. I wouldn't get it again. Second sip, I'm like, yeah, still not my favorite. I don't know what happened that towards the end, mind you, this was an $11 IPA, smaller than this Yeti. I literally, for the first time ever, was drinking IPAs and going, trying to swallow this thing. And I forced myself to drink it because I'm like, I'm not throwing this out in front of everyone, and I'm also not throwing out an $11 IPA. Like, or $12, whatever the fuck it was.
This is fucking awful. I don't know.
So I literally just sat there chugging it, and Lexi's talking to me. I'm like,
even stuff like
it was disgusting.
remember when we had those Voodoo Rangers? This was at Alex's house.
Talk about bullshit.
Dude, this is such bullshit.
Their marketing team is so much better than their actual product
you
team.
Drink it, and it tastes like fucking cigarettes.
Dude, they have the coolest mascot, the coolest names.
Mind you, on the thing, it says like tropical punch or whatever. And it feels like you're licking an ashtray.
The only punch I got was to my fucking liver from that nasty shit, bro.
It tastes like fucking garbage.
I remember he had 2 of them, and I don't think I tried the second one after the first one. Or maybe I did, but I was like, this is disgusting.
And I just give me dark liquor any day of the week. Like, I don't know.
Like, tell me who actually tries the Voodoo Ranger Tropical Butt Punch or whatever, and is
man,
like, I'm gonna
delicious.
drink this. I'm gonna buy a case of this for the weekend. Like, no.
IPAs just have so much audacity.
They have a lot of audacity.
They'll be named something so fun
and presentable.
and presentable, and it tastes like socks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you want to scalp marketing talent as a corporation, like if there's a corporation listening to this at all, and they need to scalp beautiful marketing talent, go to IPA companies.
Oh, absolutely.
Because whoever does their marketing is fucking on it every time.
Oh yeah,
they sell me every time, and then I'm mad every time. So it doesn't make any sense.
It never tastes like the thing it says on the can.
No, I think honestly, was it the Grillo's Pickle IPA thing we had? That was better.
That also tasted like cigarettes.
That was better than the Voodoo Ranger, and it should not have been.
And it also I remember it stank like weed.
It did smell a lot like weed, yeah.
This beer just like smelled so much.
It's like someone dropped their blunt in there.
It was just very odd. It was very odd.
I guess that's what vinegar in a beer would kind of do.
Yeah, I guess.
But
nasty.
But that was my birthday. That was Chris's birthday.
Our
I don't know if you got anything else on that.
We're old now.
24.
Let's shoot for 30. How about that?
Shoot for 30. I think it's crazy to look back on though and reflect on the fact that we actually turned 21 on this podcast, and now we turned 24 on this podcast.
It's true.
It's kind of crazy.
That's true. We've been doing this. I think we started this when we were like 19.
Yeah, something like that.
I've been doing this for a while, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to keep doing it because it's an excuse for me to see my buddy.
It's pretty much. This
is kind of what it is.
Chris and I have both, like, I don't think we've ever actually said it, but we've both inherently just sort of had a little synapse not misfire and be like, this is kind of just like a hangout session.
This is just like, we understand this isn't really going anywhere, but it's an excuse to hang out with my pal.
And at worst, it's blackmail in case we stop becoming friends.
Yeah, honestly, like, I was like, oh well, I have all this unedited footage of Chris saying horrible things.
You remember that thing I was supposed to cut from the Home Alone video?
Oh, that I had to cut like a year later.
That was not cut on purpose. No.
We were definitely in older episodes, a little more loose-lipped.
Yeah, I think as our careers have progressed and we've just matured too, it's just like, maybe I don't want to.
Yeah.
Also, the cultural landscape has changed.
Well, there's also like certain things that I'll say, and everyone's like this, certain things I'll say with friends that I definitely would not say publicly, like on the internet in any capacity.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually just how it goes. Inside jokes, things like that. Like, we still... Even just down to simple stuff. Like, we were a little more loose-lipped with general things about our lives.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we used to have to cut and edit a lot. Now we just, like, kind of...
Yeah, now we have it.
We've perfected beating around the bush.
At least why, like, before we started recording, I had, like, a little crash out about work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, normally I would try to bitch about this in some fashion on the show, but I was like, no, let's maybe not do that.
Yeah, it's too close to home.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that all being said, I have a few things that I want to talk about. First, up top, I want to mention something. Recurring topic of conversation on this show is the TV show Mountain Monsters.
Hell yeah.
So there's been some behind-the-scenes movement. There was supposed to be another season, but it never got officially announced, and now it looks like it's not going to happen.
Rip.
And it seems like there was a rift in the crew. So now there's actually a reboot show happening with 3 of the crew members, Buck, Huckleberry, and Wild Bill, which...
Who's the last one that was there?
There was 2 more. There's Willie and Jeff.
Didn't one of them pass away?
And Trapper died, yeah.
Oh, okay, so there was a third one. Okay. So Willie and Jeff. Huh.
So Willie and Jeff, I think, are going to do their own show. But Buck, Huckleberry, and Wild Bill have started their own YouTube channel called Sons of Appalachia, and they uploaded the first episode of their reboot show. They uploaded like an episode 0, and now they've kind of put in like an episode 1, and it's a lot more... I think they're leaning into the fact that it's like a story fiction show more than it is a Bigfoot reality show now, which I think is the right direction to go. And that might have been what caused this riff in the first place, because it seems like in the later seasons of the show, Buck wanted it to go a specific direction, and either the network or the rest of the crew or whatever was trying to pull it back into reality. So I think now that they have a little more creative license, they'll make it still not like great television, mind you. Like,
yeah,
this is still trash TV, but like I think they're getting to do a little more of what they want.
It's just old people living their lives, man.
Yeah, and it'd be nice because Buck, he's not looking great these days.
Really?
Because I think over the course of the show, because he's always been big, but like you see him kind of thin out over the course of the show, and now he's like, I think bigger than he was earlier in the show.
Really?
Like, he's a huge guy. He's got to be conservatively like 475.
Damn.
He's a big boy.
That's crazy.
So it's, he's not looking great these days.
I mean, something must have went wrong there, yeah.
I mean, I imagine once you have a whole TV show where you're hanging out with your buddies in the woods, and that's something you do for years and years, and then all of a sudden now you're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough. Another thing that was brought up in that reboot show that I noticed, there was a specific location that they went to, a bar that they met at. I was like, that's interesting. Like basically the episode 0 was like Buck finds a thing in the woods, and he's like, I gotta deal with this. And he's like, I gotta go talk to Huckleberry. And he pulls up to this bar, and Huckleberry, it cuts into the bar, and Huckleberry's like cleaning the counters. And I was like, is this just a location they use, or does like he own this bar? He does.
Oh, shit.
It's called Mineral Spring Pub in West Virginia. Something like that. It's on my want to go in Google Maps. So if I ever make my way to West Virginia for whatever reason, I even looked into what tourism is there to like try to make an excuse to go. There's not a lot to do in West Virginia.
Not really. You'd have to.
So if anyone has any insight, Virginia is nice. I've been to Virginia a few times, and then just scoot over. The problem is it's on the like West Virginia Ohio border.
Oh, so it's the other side,
far into the state.
Yeah, it's not a day trip from Virginia thing that you.
But apparently Huckleberry's there all the time because he owns the place. So it would be nice to just like spend a few days in that town and then just like go to that bar every night, just see if I meet them, because I want to meet these guys.
Yeah.
At some point. But that's on my list of things I want to do. So I will. Hey Huckleberry, if you ever see this, I'm paying you a visit sometime soon.
Yeah.
And it's this little like podunk dive bar.
That's sick though.
And if I go, I'm definitely gonna be way out of place. Like I'm gonna show up. Like I came, several hours I drove to be here just to be in this specific bar.
It's one of them city folk.
I was a city boy. All right, let's relax a little bit.
Everyone just calm down.
Everyone just calm down. Boom! Everyone calm down.
Oh man.
So that's just something I want to address up top because
That's pretty cool.
That's fun. Before I dive into like my segment that I had planned for Jordan. Now Jordan, you're an intelligent guy.
I like to think so. I've been told otherwise sometimes, though.
You seem to know things.
Sometimes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to read a speech as an introduction for someone, okay? And I want you to tell me at what event this speech was delivered, and extra bonus points if you can tell me who is being introduced by this speech.
Okay, and this is a real person?
This is a real person.
In a real event.
In a real event. And I'll give you this, it's not a religious event or a political event.
Okay.
I'll give you both of those things. But here's the speech. We are humbled by age in preparation for the great insult of death, but there are those who stand immortal, not through the grace of heaven, but through their own triumph. I speak of this man, born from the shards of shattered angels, wielding the white sword of righteousness, standing as quiet as truth. Ladies and gentlemen, while we must all face the dark mountain of night, forsaken and forlorn, alone in the ruins of our own minds, he will never fail or falter, for he defies the ministers of our fate and the limitations of our birth, and he will not stop until he stands side by side with the gods. His glory is strung like beads of light to adorn the arms of history itself. What event is that?
All right, so real person, real event.
Yes.
Not a political event.
Not a religious
event. Is it a political or religious figure?
No.
What event is that? Okay. Does this event happen every year?
Yes.
Is it always in the same location?
I don't think so. I don't know for sure.
Okay. Is it related to fictional characters?
No.
Okay, so it's a real event. It's a real event with all about real subjects.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with... No, that's not a good question. Hang on. Fuck.
I give you 1,000 years. I guarantee you're not going to guess this one.
All right. I'm swinging for the fences here.
All right.
It's some sort of car event.
Nope.
Fuck. Is it a hunting event?
Nope.
Okay, it's not religious. That would be religious. So is it... All right, it's my third strike. Ready? For event.
Okay.
Actually, one more question off the top.
All right.
The person being introduced, they're famous?
Yes.
And are they in movies or TV?
They're in TV, I guess, occasionally. But not like, they're not like on a TV show.
Okay. Fuck, I have no idea. It's, okay. Is this a film festival?
No.
God damn it, it's not an event. Okay. All right, so that's it for the event guess then. All right, what is the event then?
So...
Or should I guess the person first?
You see if you just give me a guess on who this could possibly be.
So you said they're involved in TV, but they're not on camera?
Yeah, or not like, they're not like a presenter or like they've been on TV before, but they're not like a star of a show or like a presenter or whatever.
Okay, and the TV they've been on, has it been like talk shows or is it shows that they're guest appearing on?
I think both, but mostly like talk shows, mostly like news, mostly things like that.
Fuck. Is it fucking... Oh, you said it's not political. Never mind. I had someone good, but I'm like, no, it'd be political. It's not like a... Fuck, I don't know. I really don't know. Everyone I want to say is political.
So, I'll tell you. Do you know who Joey Chestnut is?
Is that the hot dog guy?
Yes. He's a professional hot dog eater, world record holder.
It's from the contest that he did.
Nathan's hot dog eating contest for this year. That was how they introduced him. They introduced him like he's the fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I saw this and was baffled because no one is talking about this.
That is insane.
Like this, he did not. The announcer who did this, I think, wrote the speech, and he's like, I always like to have fun with it. And I was like, you did not have to go this hard, bro.
That is insane. That's the one where he ate 70 hot dogs, right?
Yeah.
That's
I think, and that
also
was, I
insane.
think, down from his record. I think his record's 76,
Holy shit.
which is insane.
I would have never. I mean, maybe eventually I would have gone into like contests or competitions, but
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say like athlete, which he's like kind of an athlete.
I mean, technically of that sport.
Maybe he wrote it from the perspective of the hot dogs. Because like in a sense, like I think Joey Chestnut, if you're a hot dog in the hot dog community, Joey Chestnut is like a fucking historical event. Oh shit, we're about to get chestnutted.
It's like Death Stranding. He is the Death Stranding.
And we're about to got Joey Chestnut's coming, and he's about to kill a lot of our people.
That's actually wild.
So that was just a little something I wanted to introduce because I just thought it was really fucking funny.
They did introduce him like he was some sort of benevolent being. Like
Yeah, like he's a friend to all men, enemy to hot dog kind.
a hot dog's worst nightmare.
I know a plate of dogs. Hate to see him coming.
Dude, that's actually crazy.
That's insane.
I strive one day to be that talked about in that way at a hot dog eating contest.
Absolutely. So if I ever, for whatever reason, am being introduced on stage, I am going to write something like that and be like, here, this is how you're going to introduce me.
Question, does he only eat hot dogs or does he do all food?
I think he just does hot dogs.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was his specialty.
He retired from the league for a while, and I guess he's come back like in recent years. And still just like, he's still in peak performance.
I wonder what it is about him. Like, what does he do? Has he ever talked about it? Like, how do you train for this?
I think you just eat a lot of dogs.
You just keep doing that?
And he's got like, there's like methods you can do.
I know, like, if they do buns and shit, like, people say you soak them and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
basically, like, they soak the hot dog buns in water to get them down easier, and then, like, the hot dogs are basically, like, inhaling.
Yeah, like, almost whole. Yeah.
And it's frightening. It's a frightening display of gluttony.
Yeah.
That's how they walked him out this year.
Good for him, I guess, man. Talk about legacy. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of just roast those showcases, though. Man.
Oh, yeah. No. Terrible. I think I actually have, if I dug for it enough, I think I actually have a documentary about hot dog eating contests on VHS somewhere.
What the fuck? That's funny. That's a cool find.
Yeah. So if I could find it, I'm going to archive it.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
So that's fun.
Yeah, that's wild. Definitely wasn't headed that direction with my guess. By the way, my political guess was fucking Ben Shapiro.
That would be crazy.
That was my political guess.
They introduce him like that, and he comes out, and he's like, let's say, hypothetically.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, there's got to be someone deifying someone. So it has to be him. But made sense now. Made sense.
Second order of business. I need to open a new beef with another New York Times bestselling author.
Ooh, okay.
And this is not a controversial one. A lot of people have beef with this particular guy. This author, Pat Rothfuss. Okay.
Why have I heard that name?
He's wrote a series, kind of, called The King Killer Chronicles.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
And I've been reading more, and I picked up the first book, The King Killer Chronicles. It's called The Name of the Wind.
When was that written, the first one?
2007.
Okay, it's a little older. That's cool.
So I'm looking at it, and I'm looking on Amazon, and I was like, oh, there's 2 books in the series. There's duology. So I can breeze through it, because most of these are a trilogy. So I'll pick this first book up, and I'll see how it goes. Come to find out, I'm at that point, I don't know, 150 pages into the book or something. I'm bought in. All right, nice. And then I find out that it was supposed to be a trilogy. The second book was released in 2011, and there has not been a speck of book 3 released to this day. And when asked about it, Pat Rothfuss, the author, has been less than gracious about offering additional support to book 3, additional updates to book 3. So it's looking like it's never going to come out.
It's like a Half-Life 3 fucking thing.
Yeah, it's and people kind of compare him to like, you know, George R.R. Martin, but like at least George R.R. Martin was like, yeah, I kind of got wrapped up in a lot of other shit, you know, with the TV adaptation and like some other projects that I worked on, and I was just like very overwhelmed that like suddenly I was super famous.
Yeah.
Pat Rothfuss is like, yeah, he said in 2007 when he released the first book, I have all 3 books written. That was a fucking lie.
Yeah.
So I even did some digging into this. Apparently, a few years ago, he did a charity live stream, and if the charity like donations hit a specific goal, he would release the first chapter of book 3. I was like, great, we're finally seeing progress. He still has not released that chapter. He hit the goal and still has not released it, which is like mega shitty, by the way. You promise something for fucking charity.
And borderline probably illegal in some capacity.
Definitely fraudulent.
Yeah.
So
there's a case to be made there.
That's kind of the best like that we've seen so far. And apparently this is old news now, but a few years ago, his editor, because he got signed by like a very small publishing company, and small publishing companies, I guess, are supported by like 1 or 2 really big authors, and then like a lot of really small volume authors. And he was one of the big ones. So like he was in the same circles and same conversations as someone like Brandon Sanderson, who is like prolific fantasy science fiction author, really intelligent guy. He's written so many books between 2011 and 2025. Mm-hmm. You know, in the time that Pat Rothfuss has been working on book 3 of the Kingkiller Chronicles, Sanderson has released like 10 books.
So has Pat not released anything?
Pat has not released a goddamn thing.
So he didn't even make like a new series. He literally just hasn't made anything. He tried
to. Like, I think he released a novella or a short story or something.
Okay, yeah.
He tried to, but then like he just like never published anything else. It's fine if you get wrapped up in other shit that you're doing. That's fine.
Yeah.
I started this series, so I got to work on this for a little bit.
But like get back to it.
But then get back to the main thing. But he just hasn't done anything since, which is super annoying. Because this book that I'm reading is like, and I'm definitely not reading the second one if I know I'm not going to get an end to this story.
Yeah.
It's like, this book, the first book's already like 670 pages or something.
Holy shit.
And the second book's like over 1,000 pages. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking read another 1,000 pages of this if I know I'm not getting a conclusion.
Yeah.
But it's like the storytelling and the writing is beautiful. It's very well done.
So he's a great author. He's just a shithead, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But like, he just from stuff of his that I've seen, he seems like he's a fucking prick too. He just seems like not a nice guy.
I mean, yeah. I hate when people get popular and then treat fans like dirt. It's like,
yeah,
they're the only reason you're successful.
Like every time he'll be asked about book 3, he's like openly hostile about it now. Yeah. So I've made it my mission that if for whatever reason I ever run into Pat Rothfuss, I'm immediately gonna ask him about book 3. Like, hey, how's Doors of Stone going? How's that draft coming?
So he already has a title for it too?
Yeah. So, but I mean, and it's tough because Name of the Wind, the first book, is very good. Mm-hmm. And like, I can't fucking recommend it to anybody.
Because
like,
there's no conclusion.
There's no conclusion to this.
And do you know for certain from the online discussion, obviously you haven't spoiled it for yourself, but that it actually requires that third book to have a conclusion? Like they're completely related?
Yeah, so there's like
trilogy?
A question that is posed in the beginning of the book.
And it was
the
never
first
solved.
book. And even by the end of book 2, it never gets answered.
Yeah. That's shitty as fuck then. That's like a mega stinky doo-doo.
The whole thing revolves around this specific guy who's like, they build him up for the first, like, I don't know, 40 pages of the book where, like, he owns a tavern now, but, like, he definitely has some kind of, like, dark past. And he's definitely a lot more capable than he lets on.
Cool. I like that kind of story.
And there's a guy that he meets that's, like, he's, like, an archivist or whatever. And the whole thing is, like, he wants to know, for history's sake, like this guy's whole story. He's like, well, I'm going to need 3 entire days to tell you this story because like so much shit has happened to me. So that was supposed to be the 3 books. So the first book that I'm reading now is day 1, and there's day 2, then day 3.
That's a really cool concept, by the way. That's
amazing.
Actually sick.
And I think there's like a 50 or 60 page portion of that book, which I will say is one of the best things I've read in a while. And it's basically this exploration of like this character. Because I'm not recommending this to anybody. If you want to read it, read it. If you don't, I don't blame you. But I'm gonna lay out a little spoiler here.
3, 2, 1. You've been warned.
So basically, what happens is he's like he lives in like a troupe of like bards or performers when he's a kid. And one night they're like all camped, and they're building up that like his father's trying to write a new ballad or a new song about a topic that is kind of fallen into like folklore, but people aren't sure whether it's real or not. And he's been digging a lot for stories based on this particular topic. And basically this kid, he goes and he's fucking around in the woods for a while. He's trying to get some firewood or whatever. And he comes back. Everyone has been murdered by these mythical demon creatures called the Chandrian or the Chandrian. I don't know. I only read. Pronounced. I don't listen.
Yeah.
That's tough about going to because I've listened to audiobooks, and now that I'm reading books, I'm like, I have no idea how some of this shit is pronounced.
Yeah.
So they're like these evil demon type creatures. Kill his whole family. Right? And there is like probably like 60 pages of just like a beautiful exploration of his grief after that. And it's beautiful, it's depressing, it's very well written. I believe firmly that it comes from probably a personal place
of something,
a past experience that the author has had. It's what sold me on the book, and then I read that, and I was like, this is amazing. And then I found out there's no 3rd book. So, listen, I've been working on a book for a while. I'm going to say, you know what? I'll say it. I'll get that published before Pat Rothfuss gets book 3 of this published. You know?
Yeah, that's
a safe bet to make, because even if I don't get it published,
yeah,
I'll still have it published before him.
Yeah, I mean, chances are he'll die before it gets published. So
yeah, I mean,
sort of hope like his widow or something doesn't publish his fucking drafts or something, if they even exist.
But his editor, I never finished that thread that I was saying. His editor came out like a few years ago and was like, I have not seen any work from him in 6 years. And this was 2020, I think. And then that publishing house shut down. It got absorbed into another company because all of a sudden there's no new books to sell. And he was one of their most one of their biggest authors.
So he kind of sank that thing.
So he kind of sank that company. I wouldn't say that he's wholly responsible, but like,
because they put their eggs in one basket.
They probably could have signed like another guy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're definitely like a big money maker for these people, and now you've shut down this small business because you didn't want to write the book.
That everyone's asking you for.
Yeah, and now you're just being like actively hostile to people who
inquire.
There was a clip of him that I saw, because he streams now, which I think did him no favors in terms of public opinion. Because if he hadn't been openly hostile, which he started displaying on his live streams, if he hadn't started doing that, I think he would be in a lot better spot right now. People wouldn't hate him as much.
Yeah.
But he streams like on Twitch now, and he said on a live stream, it's like, everyone asks me about book 3 all the time. Every time I go outside, someone asks me about book 3. I got food delivered, and the fucking pizza guy asked me about book 3. Like, book three. I'm like, buddy, people would stop asking you about it if you wrote the goddamn thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
If you made good on the promise that you had, and that's another issue that I have. I think that's my biggest issue, is that he just lies all the time.
Yeah.
If he told the truth and was like, I don't really have a lot written for book 3, I have an outline or whatever, but you know, I don't have a solid thing, and I'm gonna need a lot of time to figure out how to get this going. If he just said that,
yeah, just admitted it. Yeah.
I think even R.R. Martin was like, yeah, I got something for the last book, but I don't think it's gonna be out before the show ends.
Yeah.
And you know, I can understand being upset about that, but also to that same end, I can also see, damn bug in here, man.
This fly is mad annoying. Yeah.
I can also see that why people are less critical to George R.R. Martin. Also, George R.R. Martin's like fucking 90. He's
That's
old as
young,
shit.
Yeah.
Pat Rothfuss is like maybe 50. Yeah. He's like not an old guy. And to go from the being in the same circles and conversations as one of the most successful fantasy authors of all time, and then falling from grace this hard, where I even saw a clip of Brandon Sanderson, because he's fucking everywhere. He does so much shit, and he's the kind of person that does so much shit that it really annoys you. Mm-hmm. Because, like, how is this guy so fucking productive? How does this guy do so much shit? His book, and I have not read more Sanderson after I finished the first trilogy of Mistborn, because his books are so fucking long. Mm-hmm. Like, I have no interest in reading the Stormlight Archives, which there's 5 books in that series, and the shortest one is 1,000 pages.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, I'm not going to read all that, respectfully. But I appreciate Brandon Sanderson as an author, and he also lectures. Like, he's a teacher, he's a professor at Brigham Young University. Devout Mormon, that guy. But, like, he's not annoying about it, so...
Fair enough.
And he's, like, very measured and worldly. So, like, he's, you know...
He gets it.
But he teaches there, and then he professionally records and then uploads every single lecture that he does there. So he does, like, his big lectures. It's like, every year my lecture that I do, I'm going to release for free on YouTube.
That's cool.
Which is amazing. But in one of these lectures, he said of Patrick Rothfuss, I think that was this year's lecture, where he was explaining, you know, you get into the trap of, like, now you're in this series and maybe you won't deliver on book 3, and he's a really nice guy. Like, he doesn't speak ill of people. I haven't seen him speak ill of anybody. And he even said, in a way, it sounded like he does not believe for a second that this 3rd book is ever coming out. But he said it was like, I know Pat. He'll get it done. Right? Like, bro, this guy does not believe in you at all.
No.
It's tough because you know, it's an interesting space to be in, especially in such a niche market, to be so popular.
To have that success, and
adult fantasy is, like, so fucking, like, such a niche market. I think adult fantasy that isn't explicitly, like, smut is like such a niche market.
Yeah.
That, you know, and you even see in terms of success, like, Sanderson is like he's like kind of not on par, but he's in the same, like, realm of success as, like, J.K. Rowling. He's not like a billionaire like she is, but, like, he's had a lot of success. He just, like, one day started self-publishing too. Like, he switched into self-publishing and started his own self-publishing, like, house. And he did, like, a fundraising campaign, a Kickstarter campaign for the first, I think this is the first Stormlight Archives book, and made It was the most successful Kickstarter campaign like ever. Like one of them, he made like $34 million or something.
Holy shit.
And then I think he did another crowdfunding thing for a tabletop RPG set in the universe he writes his books in. And that made like $14 million or something.
Damn. Okay.
So he's made like a ton. It was some of the most successful campaigns ever. And just to be in the same circle as that guy and then throw it away. And then lose the grace of your fans entirely. It's really tough.
Yeah.
So that's my beef. It's on my list of people I want to meet in real life is Pat Rothfuss, just so I can harass him about book 3.
You're gonna say he's like, that's it, and just kill himself.
That's it, and he kills me.
Oh yeah. Listen here, Tubbo. Maybe by then though you'll be fit as fuck.
Listen here, Tubby.
Yeah, you say that to him, and he's like, "Listen, bud." You're like, "Listen, pal."
So I want to see like how annoyed he would get. I'm like, hey,
Pat, buddy, old pal.
How's Doors of Stone coming? How's that draft coming, buddy?
You guys see it?
Is that coming down the pipeline anytime soon?
You should just offer to write it for him.
Like, you know what? I'll finish it for you.
I just want half the proceeds.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
At least you'll have something. You'll probably stop getting asked about it.
Yeah. Because even if he, I think even if he released, even that first chapter that he promised to release, he would have, I think, had way more good grace than, because he said like, well, I didn't want to just put out a chunk of text onto like my blog or whatever. I wanted to have like, a dramatic reading and voice actors and everything. Just drop the chapter. Yeah. Just post it somewhere. You would have so much more grace with your fans if you just did that. You would be in a much better spot right now.
Yeah. So this is all fairly recent where him freaking out on stream has happened, because you said he only recently started streaming?
Well, he started streaming maybe like 2017 or something. So like he's been doing it for a while. And I saw someone say that he'll be playing GTA 6 on stream before the book comes out.
That's funny. You know who crashed out about that joke? Ned Luke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he crashed out on stream. He was like, shut the fuck up already, because someone said that in his stream. Something of like, Ned Luke playing on stream before GTA 6. He's like, that joke's fucking stupid. It's not even witty. He flipped out about it. So,
man.
I don't know if he was just being in character, to be honest. I never like followed up with it, but like it seems like it pisses him off.
I mean,
he had his Trevor moment.
To be fair, I and also to be charitable to Pat, I would also get sick of hearing about this shit too.
But you'd also maybe take actions to stop fucking hearing it.
Yeah. I would just at least placate people a little bit. I'd rather, were I in his shoes, release something shitty than not release anything at all.
Yeah.
I think it's way easier to come back from that, because there's a lot of good shit out there that's worth consuming, even if it has a bad ending.
Yeah. I mean, everyone says that about Game of Thrones. It ended terribly, but like the actual show is pretty good.
Yeah, like the beginning 90% of it is good, but apparently the last season sucks.
Yeah. Like, I won't watch it, but I can see why someone might.
I mean, I might. I don't know. I've avoided it for so long that like I couldn't even tell you what fucking happens in that show. I have not even seen spoilers.
Yeah, me neither.
That's how like little I've paid attention to the show. And you see things fizzle out too, like when's the last time we heard anything about the Netflix Witcher show?
Yeah. I mean, after Cavill left and they announced Liam, it just kind of
went away. I feel like that announcement happened like 3 years ago.
Yeah, and they haven't released anything.
And that was, I think like 3 years ago was like, I feel like it had already been a decent amount of time, but since the last season
1, yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 years from there. So it's already been like probably 7.
It's already been like a long fucking time to like, hang on.
Yeah, say check when that.
Let me fact check this.
Because 7 seems like a lot. So maybe it was only a year between seasons.
Witcher Season 1 was released in December 2019.
Okay, so it's 6 years. Well, going on 6 years.
Witcher Season 2 was December 2021.
So 2 years.
And let's see if there's any news on Season 3. Well, I'll be damned. They did do a Season 3 in 2023.
Oh, is it Season 4 we're waiting for then?
I guess so. I never watched Season 3. Season 3 was when they made the change, if I'm not mistaken.
Hang on. What?
This is still Cavill, Season 3.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I saw Season 3. Because the last season... Have you read the books?
No.
No. The last season was like a really big climactic fight that's in the book.
I've read the first, book and a half.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Season 4 is the one where it's going to be...
Good Lord. These, their ratings really fucking tanked.
Did they?
Yeah. It's Season 2 is 8.5, 7.6, 7.7, 7.7, 7.9, 7.9, 8.1, 8.4. And Season 3 is 6.7, 6.1, 5.7, 5.4, 5.9, 6.7, 4.3, 5.3.
That's honest. It might be a lot of people kind of pissed though, because that was when they announced they were switching.
In fairness, it did come out, but it came out to such little fanfare that I, a fan of the series, didn't even hear enough about it to care.
Yeah.
So, and apparently Season 4 is supposed to come out.
Yeah, and it's Liam Hemsworth instead.
We'll see what happens. So even if stuff has an unsatisfying ending, I feel like at least it ended, right?
Yeah.
At least there's a conclusion there.
Yeah.
I think just having no conclusion at all is way more frustrating.
Yeah. You can make peace with a bad conclusion. It's hard to make peace with no conclusion.
Because that's again, I'll mark a spoiler warning here. That's the question that's never answered in book 2 is why did this guy adopt a fake name and a new life owning a tavern? I believe that's never answered. If I heard what I heard correctly, yeah. I believe that's never actually answered. What was the event that led to this outcome?
Which, I'm going to take an educated guess. You said the book is called The King Killer Chronicles?
Yeah, he probably
assassinated a king.
Probably killed a king.
That's my assumption. But you still want to hear that. You need to have that.
But it because we're so I'm almost done with the first book. And we're still in his teenage years.
Yeah.
It was bam, I was a kid, then my family got killed, and then here's 200 pages of me being basically tortured. This is what I did in the city that I eventually came to. I just started walking forever, and then I lived in this city for a few years as a homeless little beggar child.
As one does.
And just he gets fucked up all the time. it's oh shit, he's getting his ass beat again.
Yeah.
He's his first day in the city, he gets his ass beat. There's a part where he goes starts begging on the rich side of town and gets his ass beat so severely he almost dies.
Jesus Christ.
And then the kids that fought him when he first got into town, he eventually after a while finds his hideout and just starts burning all his shit, and then he gets his ass beat again. And then he goes back to that area of town, and the kid notices, and he's following him. And there's a scene where he sets the kid on fire. This is really what happens. And I don't know if this is amped up at all in the next book. Again, I'm not going to read it. He is definitely this character is definitely a little bit of a Mary Sue. He's just he's the bestest specialist boy, and he's goodest at everything.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a little annoying. I think I can think of maybe one character flaw that's introduced is that he's super intelligent and really powerful, and he's super cool and charismatic. He sucks with women though. He's real bad at women.
Specifically.
But, like, he's literally the best at everything else. Like, top of his class. He's the smartest, bestest boy.
Handsomest.
And also, he's bad with women, but also every woman wants to fuck him. That's what...
He's so bad with them, they want to fuck him.
He fumbles the bag every time. He never hits the skins, but every woman wants to. Like, every woman that he meets. Which is like...
Sounds like me, for real.
That's getting a little grating, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it gets
But, like, that's interspersed with, like, a lot of interesting shit, so...
You can let it by, yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of let that go.
Do you think it's the author's self-insert?
Maybe. He was like, man, I wish I was so cool. I wish I was this cool.
I was this close, by the way, at the comic book store the other day. Went to Newbury Comics, and I almost bought the Clementine comic books that were based off the Walking Dead game.
Oh, yeah?
They were made by an author called Tilly Walden, and the only reason I bring this up is because the reason I didn't buy them is because apparently book 2, Clementine, like, fucks another kid, and it's a self-insert of the author. Like, she looks like her. She acts like her. It's the weirdest thing. So I didn't buy it. But yeah, yeah.
Can we not do this?
Yeah.
Can we not, like, I get it, right? Like, maybe not that. But, like,
wait.
I get that you want to be this, like, cool, slick talking guy and whatever.
Yeah. And you can do that.
And you can absolutely do that. But, like, you need to have some flaws, at least.
Yeah.
This is kind of something I've come up with in my characters, and maybe I'm just hyper aware of myself more than other people are. But like I've kind of like nitpicked a little bit of my flaws. I'm like, all right, how do I make this person, how do I make this character have this specific flaw that I have, but like worse?
Yeah.
Or they have this set of flaws that I have and that I've examined in myself. I don't know. I feel like I focus on the net negatives of my personhood more than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can make him this cool, strong, tough warrior, but also like, he's got a real bad anger problem,
crippling anxiety,
real violent all the time.
Yeah.
He generally doesn't care about people, but like he's his biggest, strongest boy.
Yeah.
And that's fine, I guess. Well, like you can't have like, oh, well, this is just God's favorite, so like he's good at everything, except like one little thing.
Yeah.
So it's
that's literally like my D&D character. I kind of play him like he's sort of some sort of self-insert because I make him this martial character that generally tries to do good, which is typically me. But I have a little quirk with him where the second he's insulted, the temper takes over and he can just do things that are out of character. Because that's essentially, I mean, we've talked about it before when we first met. Any little thing could set me off as like annoyed because I felt attacked or insulted.
Yeah.
And I've only in the last 6-7 years since then come to realize that like not everything's a personal attack. So I kind of self-insert that into him where like we did a quest for a guild, and I came back, and the lady behind the desk was like, oh, only copper guild plates or whatever. And I flipped out, and I fucking blew up the building. So, like,
the last character I played, the only character I've played. I forget, I've spent so much time DMing now, I forget I've only played in one campaign that never got finished. The last character I played was like, he was like a soldier, and like he wanted to, he kind of got fucked over a lot in whatever conflict he was fighting in, and abandoned by his troop. And he's like, well, I'm not gonna fight for anything except myself anymore. And he generally like wants to do the good thing, like wants to do the right thing, but is so easily influenced that he just always does. He is so easily influenced to do the wrong thing all the time that like he just ends up doing some fuck shit all the time.
Trats.
There was a guy, basically we were in a tavern, and the way it was set up was there was like a balcony or like a staircase over the like bar that led into like the rooms that were there. And my character, he was trying to hit on one of the bartenders, and it didn't go well. But then I think one of the other players or other players in our party, unbeknownst to my character, he like put a little note, like a little threatening note, and like dropped it down to the bar, like where the woman was. She read it, was like very upset, and then we found like a random guy that was standing on that balcony, like above the bar, and we just beat him to death.
What the fuck?
So like we were like, hey buddy, that's not cool, and we just beat the shit out of him.
That's wicked funny.
So we definitely I was definitely very easily influenced when it came to like
very follower ass mentality.
Came to shit like that, but. Yeah, I forgot that I've spent so much time, and now it's in terms of hours especially, it's greatly outweighed the amount of times I've been a player.
Yeah, I've played 3 characters total.
But I'll say, DMing is, personally, I understand it's not for everyone. Personally, for me, it's way more fucking fun.
I think I would enjoy DMing a lot
because it's like you play everybody.
Yeah, and you move the pieces around.
Yeah, and it's the world bends to your will very much. Like, it's not so much just the dice or whatever, but it's like, yeah, I am God, so this guy does this because I say so.
Yeah,
within reason.
Yeah, you're not being a dick, but more to make it more flavorful.
It can't be like, oh, we have a level 1 party. This guy uses power word kill and just kills your level 1 character instantly.
Yeah.
And also I banned Revivify, so you can't bring him back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do shit like that, but like it's very much like, my monster's getting his fucking dick kicked in, and I rolled a nat 1 here. That was a 17 to hit. Like,
yeah.
Or
to make it more interesting.
Or we're playing Pathfinder, so they're like, oh, it's a 38 to hit or something.
Yeah, it's just to make it more interesting.
I was doing one of the fights we did was like the climax or the end battle for the first arc of the campaign that I'm running now. It was, our players were all level 3, and I was running a monster that was level 5 because I wanted to be a tough fight. And he's bounded in, so like he can't move.
Mm-hmm.
So just to make the fight a little easier. And then one of our players, I rolled a nat 20, and because of how the scaling works in Pathfinder, the final result worked out to be a 35. Mm-hmm. And I rolled, I was like, oh shit, nat 20. And he goes, well, what's the number? I go, you're not going to like this. Because he had some skill where like, he could use a reaction to like lower, I guess like gain like an armor class of 2 if the attack would miss if he did that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, what's the number? I'm like, 35? Like, oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, because I guess even then it would have been a crit fail if he had the +2.
Yeah, still. Yeah, for context, I just got a weapon in Pathfinder last night, and it's a +17 for me to hit.
Oh yeah, no, the numbers get
crazy.
fucking crazy.
I like them though, because they make it a little like a little less, or sorry, a little more predictable. Like you can kind of figure out ACs a bit.
Well,
easier.
And it makes sense too. Where like now suddenly, if you're fighting at like level 15, you're fighting a bunch of goblins. It makes sense that this extremely experienced warrior wouldn't get his ass beat by goblins, and there's a chance where, depending on how you built your character, this goblin would have to roll a 20 on his attack to even hit you.
Yeah, as a level 5 experienced warrior.
Yeah, like to move from, because a critical success in Pathfinder is like, it moves up a degree of success. So it moves from like a failure to a success. Yeah. Because like even with the nat 20, it would have been a failure anyway. So it moves from a fail to a success.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing makes way more sense. Where like, oh no, we have level 3 characters who are fighting this dragon, and they would have to roll that nat 20 to even hit him. And even in some cases, they can't.
Yeah.
So like even it would have been a crit. You're going from a crit fail to a fail.
Yeah.
Even with the nat 20. So like I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
But play games. They're fun.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. But that's all I got.
Yeah, I think I've vented enough. Hey, Pat Rothfuss, come on the show.
Hey, Pat, screw you.
Hey, Pat, come on the show. Send us an email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Email us.
Send us some death threats.
Send us the manuscript you have for book 3.
There you go.
Send us the manuscript you have. You just send us an empty file.
I mean, that means he did send us it, though.
True. That's our show. That's it. That's the show.
Yeah. So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Breaker, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed. I did forget the RSS feed in the intro, too. I never went back there.
Oh, shit.
They're going to want to import our RSS manually. No. And as always, Instagram, TikTok, you can find us there. You can also contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Comments, questions, concerns, death threats, and Manuscript 3.
Manuscript 3. That's our new Little Kitty Big City. Doors of Stone manuscript. Send it in.
Doors of Stone.
If anyone hacks into Patrick Rothfuss's computer and is able to get the file, send it over. Let me know.
Yeah. That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.